Hello, this is Maruf Raza and I'll give you my quick analysis on why things went dramatically out of control within a span of 1 week in Bangladesh. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, who is now in exile in India at an undisclosed location, had won many friends in Delhi but didn't have too many friends in Bangladesh. Her basic stand on trying to make Bangladesh into a booming economy was something that political parties in Bangladesh opposed. Obviously, it would go against them in the next elections. But Sheikh Hasina was not in favor of only winning elections. She was keen to convert Bangladesh into a secular, democratic country and as a model for developing countries, especially when she pushed the secular credentials of Bangladesh constitutionally and in terms of its relationship with countries like India. India, on its part, didn't react fast enough simply because the warning signals were not conveyed to New Delhi by the people on the ground in Bangladesh. Also, New Delhi was seen to be on very good terms with Sheikh Hasina, so it didn't want to be seen as wanting to interfere in affairs of another neighboring country like Bangladesh. The role the opposition parties in Bangladesh, particularly the Jamaat-e-Islami, wanted to play and were playing was basically to challenge the Awami League, that is Sheikh Hasina's party's main activities in Bangladesh, which was essentially to try and provide jobs and opportunities to people in the masses. The Supreme Court in Bangladesh had given an order initially for 50% vacancies in government jobs to be given to family members of freedom fighters. This was later reduced to 30%, and Sheikh Hasina finally brought it down to 5%. But the irony of it all is that she was blamed for creating a quota system in jobs in Bangladesh, and that would apparently give her a leg up in the election process which was to follow. She had previously nullified past 2-3 elections and was virtually, it was a one-party rule in Bangladesh which she was being blamed for perpetuating. The third thing that was of concern to India was the status of the minorities in Bangladesh, particularly the Hindu minorities, which Sheikh Hasina's government was doing what it can to try and keep them safe and secure. Whereas in Bangladesh, the opposition to her, the BNP and the Jamaat-e-Islami, didn't want that tradition to continue for too long. 3 other countries were keen on playing a role in Bangladesh. One was Pakistan, which always has an agenda to meddle in India's neighborhood. And in Bangladesh, they saw a country which was part of their agenda of 2 countries, but the same religious model or the ideology, which is Pakistan and Bangladesh, which are part of the non-Indian, non-Hindu Islamic agenda of Pakistan. The other countries that were keen on getting involved there was the United States, because for long, though Sheikh Hasina did all the right things, US would make all the statements in favor of democracy But when it came to supporting a lady who was working hard to have democracy and secularism, the America soft pedaled on it. And therefore, she didn't get the support from the West that she wanted. A proof of that is that when she wanted asylum in the UK essentially in foreign policy does what the US tells it to do, and the UK denied her asylum, particularly because there's a large Bangladeshi population in the UK, and though they are divided between their loyalties to the Awami League and the BNP, the two major parties in Bangladesh, the UK did not give Mrs. Sheikh Hasina the asylum that she wanted. And likewise, you have China, which must constantly look for a more prominent role in India's neighborhood, what they call the pearls, string of pearls around India. So China's got involved in Nepal. China had a strong interaction with the Bangladeshi army, with 80% of their military equipment coming from China. And so China is looking for more and more and have Bangladesh as a Chinese point of influence in the subcontinent, just like it has created the same with Sri Lanka and the Maldives.